Well, local elections are heating up, and we're helping you make an informed decision. For the first time in 16 years, we'll have a new sheriff in Spokane County.
Two candidates are vying for your vote to replace Ozzie Knezovich. We're asking them how they'll tackle the issues that matter most to you. Here are some of the questions you shared with 4 News Now. How do you plan on handling the homeless situation in Spokane? What will be done to deal with the rising crime? And how are you going to restore law and order? Esther Bauer breaks down their solutions to the issues you care about.
Well, these are the two candidates in the race. John Knowles tells me he wants to be Ozzie 2.0. Wade Nelson says the department needs a new vision, and both say they're ready for the position. Two candidates facing off in an election to keep the county safe. When it comes to combating crime, Wade Nelson says current staffing doesn't allow that.
We're not responding adequately, crime's on the rise, our homeless population is getting out of control, and everything stems from our staffing level not being able to provide that service.
He says hiring is his top priority. Nelson says the office needs an overhaul so they can be more competitive with pay and benefits. He also says hiring more people will stop crime.
Right now, we just go from call to call, chasing calls, instead of having the ability to actually focus on who's really creating that problem and dealing with it.
John Knowles isn't convinced hiring will fix the issue by itself.
If we added 150 deputies to their community, the crime and disorder that they are being subject to right now will not be quelmed permanently.
He blames accountability in the criminal justice system. Both Knowles and Nelson also say they want legislators to put more power back in the hands of deputies. Knowles also wants to assign specific deputies to certain neighborhoods.
I will ensure that we refocus our efforts on having contact with our communities.
When it comes to Camp Hope, both say something needs to change. Current Sheriff Ozzie Knezovich is working to clear it out in the middle of October. Neither are convinced that's possible.
We need to do it not in 6 months, not in 8 months. It needs to be done in the next 6 weeks.
If he goes in there and tries to, what I would say, disperse it, then they're just going to go back in our community, and we've resolved nothing.
Nelson says the department should have been involved sooner. He says getting involved now will just make things worse and doesn't get to the root of the issue. Nelson is a retired detective, and Knowles is the current undersheriff. Nelson wants to be a new voice and bring a new vision to the sheriff's office.
I feel like we need a new leader in there that's willing to get some fresh eyes on some of the problems, get some innovative new ideas so that we can kind of get our department back on track.
It's a track Knowles has helped guide, and he says doesn't need to change.
I am Ozzie 2.0 in the sense that everything Sheriff Knezovich does is for the public. I will be the same. I feel the same way.
Your vote will decide a new sheriff for the first time in nearly 2 decades. And so far, these candidates have raised a combined $100,000, with Knowles leading the polls right now. And we still want to know what matters to you in this election. You can share your questions on KXLY.com, and we'll help you find answers before casting your vote. Reporting in studio, Esther Bauer, 4 News Now.
Esther, thank you.